Hi everyone and welcome. In this course we're gonna explain the PowerPoint and how we can create a wonderful presentation. This course will consist from just two videos. The first one for basics and some tips about how to create a presentation, and the second one for some advanced topic in the PowerPoint or in the presentation in general. So the first of all, what's the PowerPoint? PowerPoint is a software. It is one of the Microsoft Office package. We have Word, we have Excel, we have Access, and also we have PowerPoint. So why we're using the PowerPoint? You know that we're using the Word to write the words from its name, to write the document, the research, and so on. Using the Excel to insert data and make analyzing to this data or analyze the data and make some calculation, statistic or mathematical calculation and so on. Also using the access to create a database or a program that based on the database. Now the PowerPoint is a program using to make a presentation, to present your idea, to show the others your idea, to explain your ideas or your project or your thesis or your research and so on. So you can create a presentation to explain your project to the manager, to explain the material or the subject or the topics to the student, also to explain your idea, to present your idea to the audience, and so on. So you can create a PowerPoint to show your idea, to present your idea to the manager, to the student, to the audience. Now, some tips to create a PowerPoint, using a PowerPoint. It is very important to know the steps because PowerPoint not just about the tools, not just tools to create a presentation. You should have like an art how to create this presentation, how to deliver your presentation to the audience or to the student. So the first thing you should care about to make your presentation as simple as you can. Your presentation should be as simple. You try to avoid using many text. You try to avoid using the colors, many colors. Try to avoid using a lot of colors and a design from the PowerPoint. You can try to make it as simple as you can. Also, the second thing we have, limit text. Try to reduce your text in the PowerPoint. You can see here this slide here of PowerPoint. I try to limit using the text, not just using the text and write the text and lines of text, because in the presentation you want to focus on yourself, on your mind. You should talking from your mind. You should explain your idea. The people, the audience, the student want to listen, to hear from you, not just reading from the PowerPoint. So you should focus on yourself. You should talking from your mind, using a presentation, using the PowerPoint just to support your idea, just to support your project, and to remember the headlines. So you can just make like a headlines. Now here I just say a limit text and I explain what I mean by limit text. Also, for example, the limit bullet point. I mean by bullet point like like this. Try to limit this or reduce using like this because it is also a text. Try to just make an image, like images like this or a diagram like this with animation and so on. If it is necessary to using the text or to write a text, try to take care it is just between 2 or 5 lines, maximum five lines. For me the 5 lines is too much, just 2 or 3, maximum 2 or 3. So try to just using the diagrams and images and chart and so on in the PowerPoint, because just pay attention, just focus on this. PowerPoint is about you should talking, the audience waiting to hearing from you, to explain your idea, to show your idea by your method. And also very important tips, never ever reading from the PowerPoint. If you're reading the PowerPoint, anyone from the audience can read from the PowerPoint, can see the PowerPoint and can reading from it. So you should talking, you should just make a headlines and or just a visual figures, just a visual explanation like a diagram or chart and so on, and images. The PowerPoint, the basics of PowerPoint. We just talk about the basics today. So here, the first thing we have, I will create a new presentation. This presentation here, like this and this and this, I will explain in the next lecture. Today just the basics. So here, of course, the first thing you should install the PowerPoint in your computer, and then just from right click and new, you can create a PowerPoint here, a PowerPoint. Now double click on the PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint, you know, in the Excel we have a worksheet or spreadsheet. In the Word you have just a pages, right? In the PowerPoint we have a slide. You have a slides. So here from new the home, and you have a new slide. You can just click here and add the slide. If you want to delete the slide, just right click and delete the slide. Or you can just from here and you can choose the design, a different design of your slide. For example, I want this here, the first thing. I can add the name of my subject, for example, Corona virus. And here I can add my name, for example, like this. Here if there's error like a word, just right click and you can, here right click, M should be capital, and so on. So I add the first slide. Again, if you want to add another slide, just from here, I want to add this slide. Click here, I have the second slide. Now, for example, what is the coronavirus? And here you can add whatever you need, or add an image or so on. So if you want to add an image in your presentation, just from insert, and you can add from picture here. You can add a picture like this. Now just example. So I can add this picture and make it here. Insert again, I want to add another picture like this picture, for example. So you can add the pictures in your presentation. Again, I want another one, for example, like this, nothing inside. Go to the insert. From insert I can add a shapes from here. For example, I want to add like this. I can add whatever I need. Also you can click on it and you can change the color, you can change anything like a word here. Okay, you can change the size, and can change the type of the font or font type like this. Make it bold, for example. Also you can change the design from here. Just click and go to the format, and you can change the design of this shape like this. Also I can change from the format, you can change the text like this. Make it like this, for example. Change text format, this, for example, 1. Anything. Just go to the home. I want to make it bigger. Now I want to delete you can see, just click here and go to the format. The first thing we have shape fill. The fill, the shape, the colors. I can change the colors, or I can make no fill like this. And we have now let's call it the outline. You can see like a border around the shape. So here you can add change the color of the outline, or you can no outline like this. Now I want to change the color of the text. Just go to the home. Change the color to the black. Now I can see the one like without anything. If I want to make it like this, I can just delete the outline and delete the fill, the shapes fill, the colors, and I can make it like this. So here you have design, you have insert. You can insert many things like a chart, for example. Also, for example, I want to add this chart. I explain like this in the Word, because same thing in the Word and in the PowerPoint. So I don't need to here using like Excel, and you can change the data in the chart, or you can delete it. Just click and delete. We have design. I can change the design of my PowerPoint. From here you can see the design. I will changing to this or this or this or whatever. For example, I want to make it like this. Also we have transition. Go to the transition. Transition, that mean like an animation when you between the slide, like an animation when you go from the slide to another. So here, if you click here, the first one, and if you want to run the application, or to make a show the application or slideshow, just click here. Now the slide in the show. like you cannot edit the slide now, just to show the slide to your audience. So here just click, and now there is no animation, right? If I want to make an animation, just go here and go to the transition, that means like an animation but between the slides. So here for example I can make it like this, go to the another one, I make it like this, go to the another one, I make it like this, for example. So here again go to the first one and see the first one like this. If you just go out, the second one like this, go the third one like this. Or I can make just one and implement to all slide. Just click here and make it like this, for example, and just go apply to all. That means I will apply the animation or transition to all the slide. Just click here. If you have hundreds of slides, we'll apply this animation or transition. Now click here, you can see first one and the second one and the third one, same transition. Also the transition from here, you can change the sound. For example, I want to add like this sound, or like this sound, for example, coin. If you just run like this. Also I can add the duration. That means you can see now the duration of the slide. Just this very quickly, right? So I can change it here. I make it 1, 2, 3, 3, for example. Now you can see it is very slowly. Now you can see this a duration of the animation or in the transition. Also you can make a preview. For example, I want this and I can add another preview here. Just click, I can make a preview. Or you can choose from here anyone you want. This is called transition. Now the animation is different. Animation not like a transition between the, when I go from the first slide to the second slide, but the animation, I can implement the animation on any object in the one slide. For example, in this I can add an animation. Just click here and go to the animation. You can see here I will talk about animation in the next lecture in details. How many there is 3 types of animation, like this one, this, or 3 categories, this and this and this. We have many types, a lot of types of the, or 3 categories of the animation. So now I want just to click this. You can see this animation. Click here, for example, make it like this. Sorry, here will be like this. Now if I just make a preview, after click I can see the first one and then the second one. This is the animation. You can see here the first one and the second one here. I can change this. For example, I want to make this the first one. What I mean by first and second one, here when I click, the first one will be the horse and the second one this image, the word. So I want to begin with this. Just go to this here and you can see here move earlier. Click here. Now it is 1 and it is 2. Click now the first one this and the second one this. Also I can change on a click. That means I can see this. There's nothing here. Now when I click or just page up or page down in the keyboard, I will see this. But now I can make it not like this. For example, the horse, and go not on a click but with the previous. That means previous one is this. When this the animation is work, with the animation I want to see this also work. Now just click here. See the first one, I just click both the one image and the second image will run. Also I can make it not with but after previous. That means I click now, I just click or page down, I can this. After that automatically this will appear. Also I can change the duration. Just click here, you can change the duration. Now you can see the first one and the second one, see the duration. See, this is a duration, this is a time, take a time to complete. And also we have a delay. That means take a time not to complete but take a time to begin. Just like this here. I will make it on this, a delay. Now I begin. Now just I make a run and just waiting because it is not begin automatic. Just take a time to begin. See, now it is begin. After that, this is just a delay. So delay, that means take a time take a long time or a specific time, like here, to begin working, and the duration it is quickly begin, but take a time to end the animation. This is everything about animation, and the next lecture I will talk about some advanced tips in the animation. And then we have a slideshow. Slideshow is not unimportant. Here also we have a review to translate our application to spelling or translate the PowerPoint and so on. We have also view. View just change the shape of the presentation. Slide like this, or make it like this, or like this. You can just check it. So I make it normal to see it like normal, and I can add ruler or guideline or guides like this. View direction, left to right or right to left, like this. I can change the direction, make it left to right or right to left, and zoom. Also the color, I can change the colors or make it just like this, black and white, or back to the colors in the view. I hope it is useful. I will see you in the next lecture. This will be very important because I will talk about some advanced topic, and most of the PowerPoint users doesn't know this information. Thank you very much.